Yo, what's up YouTube? What's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel and thank you guys for hitting play on this one today. Today we are checking out Genesis with No Son of Mine. All right, that is a donation request right here. So we're going to go ahead and read that one off and then get into this one. Let's see what's up. It says, "Hi Sean, I would love for you to react to Genesis No Son of Mine live in 1992. All right, live from Genesis, from Phil Collins, from Peter Gabriel. My gosh, it is always an experience, an enjoyable one at that. So it's been a minute. It has been a minute since we've gotten some live from these guys. So let's check this one out. It says this video is from the concert film The Way We Walk, recorded at Earl's Court in London in November 1992. Phil, Mike, and Tony wrote this song together, and Phil wrote the lyrics. You could skip the end of the video. You could skip to the end of the video if you want to. After the song ends, there's about a minute of Phil talking about the next song. Thank you." Okay, so yeah, I think I'll check that out. I like watching it in entirety. So we've got this one right here with Phil, Mike, and Tony. Okay, so this is Genesis in 1992. I got to take that into mind, right? This isn't the 70s Genesis, things like that. This is later on down the road, maybe about 2 decades in or so. So let's go ahead and dive in, take a listen to this one. No Son of Mine, new song to me. Thank you for the request. Let's see what's up. Don't forget to like, subscribe, check out the description. Forgot if I mentioned that. Here we go.
Well, the key to my survival was never in much doubt. The question was how I could keep sane, trying to find the way out. Things were never easy for me. Peace of mind was hard to find, and I needed a place where I could hide, somewhere I could call mine. I didn't think much about it till it started happening all the time. Soon I was living with the fear every day of what might happen that night. I couldn't stand to hear the crying of my mother, and I remember when I swore that would be the last they'd see of me, and I never went home again. But they say that time is a healer, and now my wounds are not the same. I rang that bell with my heart in my mouth. I had to hear what it said. He sat me down to talk to me. He looked me straight in the eyes. He said, "You're no son of mine. No, you're no son of mine. You walked out, you left us behind. And you're no son of mine." His words, how they hurt me, well, I'll never forget it. And as the time it went by, well, I lived to regret it. You're no son of mine. But where should I go? Please tell me, what should I do? You're no son of mine. No. I came here for help. Oh, I was looking for you.
Gosh, I love the sound of this too, though. The music, his emotional reaction. It's fiery, man.
Well, the years they pass so slowly, and I thought about him every day. What would I do if he passed on the we'd have to sit down and talk it over. That would mean going back. They say that time is a healer, and now my wounds are not the same. Well, I rang that bell with my heart in my mouth. I had to hear what it said. He sat me down to talk to me. He looked me straight in the eyes, and he said, "You're no son of mine. No, you're no son of mine. You walked out, you left us behind, and you're no son of mine. No son, all these words I heard, I'll never forget. And as the time it went by, I lived to regret it. You're no son of mine. But where should I go? Please tell me, what should I do? You're no son of mine. Oh, I came here for help. Oh, I wasn't looking for you. You're no son of mine. Oh, you know, son, you know, son of mine.
What a strong. Jeez, hey. Wow. Wow. These guys can play and he can sing, man. Phil is a monster on there. Very passionate performance.
Good evening, London. And anywhere else you've travelled from. Thanks for coming. Now, there is a strong possibility of tonight playing a few old songs.
We're gonna like that.
And of course, quite a few new songs. And maybe some very, 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 very old songs.
Yeah, so they're gonna like that, huh? He's gonna make sure he.
This next song is a new one, and it's all about the building of the English railways. And tells the story of all those men that left their families and loved ones behind them and went off in search of an adventure, a good job, they thought. And a lot of these guys never came home again because of the terrible accidents that happened. And it's the story of the railways as seen through one man's eyes. It's called Driving the Last Spike.
I've got to ask, is this concert in its entirety online? Because, I don't know, the chance of me reacting to this entire concert on this channel, I mean, probably low, right? So, maybe it's one that I could just take a listen to on the side monitor or something when I'm just editing or designing for people or something, right? Because I always got something playing throughout my day while I'm sitting here and I'm designing commissioned requests and stuff. I've got like YouTube over here. I'm usually watching crime shows, to be dead honest with you. Crime shows or sometimes political stuff. Yeah, it would be nice to be able to just watch this concert, maybe, right? Because I really enjoyed this performance. Had never heard this song. Very powerful. I think like when I'm watching a movie, right, and the movie you're hoping for a good ending. Everyone wants a good ending to a movie. Well, not everyone. I definitely like good endings, okay, rather than like endings that end badly for everybody and no one wins. I'm like, oh, I feel a little unfulfilled. I feel like I wish there was something nice to take at the end. But this song, it had me hoping for a connection. I wonder, maybe we got the reasoning I didn't pick up on it. So wondering what was the ultimate fallout that happened with this family. And maybe we'll find that out. I'm gonna look into the wiki, but maybe there's gonna be more context or filling in something that I missed about how did we get here. But at the end, he went back, his heart in the pit of his stomach, pretty much going back and hoping to make amends. And no, it was the same result. You're no son of mine. You left us all behind. And I could, not knowing other people's situations, I tried not to judge too harshly. We are definitely a society of we judge instantly, right? You'll see a headline of an article and immediately you've got an opinion, your stance on that, but you don't know the full story. You don't know the deep story. I've seen it happen all the time. I see it happen daily. Okay, so you'll watch a news article come out and you go to the comment sections and everyone is condemning you're guilty until proven innocent in today's society. So with that mentality, I try not to judge too harshly on a situation without trying to understand more of what is taking place. So this one, like even the fallout between the parent and their kid, I can't say who's wrong. I really want to know what happened. Let me make a clear and educated opinion before I just jump in emotionally with it. So this one, yeah, definitely gave me feelings like, oh, I wish there was some kind of connection again and burial of the past. But we'll see if there's more to the story. And I don't know, once again, if it could be a personal one for Phil. Maybe is he close to his family when he left for to grow on the big stage with the band and stuff? Was there a falling out? Does he no longer have a connection with his family? I don't know. I do know, I believe that Phil isn't in the best health today. So, of course, my good vibes, my good thoughts going out to Phil for sure. This was a great performance. I love how passionate he was. His voice is just absolutely phenomenal. I loved the way we came in with the song. It's got this like soft, tender sadness kind of to it. The ticking of time, I think, lends more help to the thought of this song. That time just keeps ticking away, and some of those relationships that we have unmended. That hey, to think about that, a lot of people wait to their deathbed to say they're sorry and to connect, and it shouldn't be that way, right? We should be able to bury the hatchet long before then. So yeah, this was got me thinking about that. But really, the sounds that were going on in this, like I said, that kind of tender sadness that I felt early on, and then the song definitely jumps to life once the drumming starts kicking in. But we visit again that tune like later on in the song, right? Three quarters in, you revisit that early tune, that ticking time, that sadness, and you get this breakaway guitar happening at the end and the climax, and this musical just explosion. Phil repeating the line, "You're no sign of mine," to start singing in the background. I don't know, man. It was just a fantastic explosion of sound at the end to really nail this one down. I enjoyed that so much. But let's go ahead and see if we can check out any more of No Son of Mine. What a glorious, absolutely amazing song. All right, so we got this one right here, No Son of Mine from Genesis, released in 1991. You got the album version, 6 minutes 41 seconds. We got, I guess, the album version right there, which is absolutely fantastic. All right, Genesis, Nick Davis, and Robert Colby are the producers. Lyricist is Phil Collins on this one. And this one, of course, released in 1991 from their 14th album, We Can't Dance. Woo-wee, man. It was also a top 10 hit in several European countries. It reached number 12 on the US Billboard and number 6 in the UK. The lyrics The song's lyrics tell the story of a boy who runs away from his abusive home and, after some reconsideration, attempts to return only to be rejected by his father. In interviews, Phil Collins has said that the lyrics are deliberately vague as to whether the narrator or his mother is the victim of the abuse. I remember him saying that his mother was crying, but I didn't understand if that was from an argument they were having or if that was, of course, physical verbal abuse, abusive home from the father figure. I didn't really pick up a reason why the mother was crying if it was put in there. The song was distinctive sound heard during the intro and before the second verse referred to the band as Elephantis. The sound was created by Tony Banks, recording Mike Rutherford guitar with a sampler and then playing 3 notes on the bottom register of the keyboard, greatly lowering the pitch. The working title of No Son of Mine was Elephantis. That's interesting. I think they picked a better name. The sound is also featured in the opening of the I Can't Dance single B-side On the Shoreline. A similar sound is heard in former Genesis members Peter Gabriel's song I Grieve, which was released a few years later on. The single included the 8th track. Okay, so that's just talking about the single. Okay, so we didn't get a deeper dive of this one, and yeah, it was a 3-piece personnel, which is just crazy, right? It's crazy because right there on the stage we see what, 5-6 people potentially, but on the recording you got Phil doing the drums, leading and backing vocals, you got Tony doing the keyboards, and you got Mike doing the lead rhythm and bass guitars. Dude, guys are top notch, man. So good. They're so good. I love Genesis, man. So this one, powerful song with a powerful performance. Great performance. Thank you so much for that. I love a good live performance, so appreciate that so much. Hopefully you guys enjoyed rocking out with me on this channel. If there's going to be more from these guys to check out, and yeah, let me know if this concert's fully out there. And I don't know, I think it would be wrong to have a reaction channel and just to listen to the music outside of the reaction channel, but I just wonder about the possibility of ever getting to the full thing on the reaction channel, right? I have less and less time these days to maintain this channel as much as I would love to, at the standard I would love to. So it's hard to say. It's hard to say. Maybe one day in my future I'll open up more time for me to get around to that, but right now I am the busiest I've ever been. I've got to say that. I truly am. So thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for the wonderful requests, and I hope you are having a great one. All right? Peace.